I had a drink in my hand, so I sipped up my drink and I bent down and I spat it into his mouth. I went skiing, but I didn't actually ski. I literally went skiing without even hitting the slopes. Never know, maybe when I'm 60, I'll get asked to do Ricos. I honestly think men should start in jail and work their way out. This was the longest, most jarring journey of my life. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dream On Pod with me, your host, Lottie. And this is just a bit of a catch-up episode because I feel like I haven't really spoken to you guys about my life in a minute. And loads has happened, honestly. I feel like it's been actually like 3 weeks properly since I've actually sat down and filmed a solo episode, which is so weird because normally I do one literally like every week. Like I'll film I'll film with someone and then I'll film my solo episode, basically, is normally how it goes. And so this is just, I'm like, I don't even know what's happened in my life, but so much has happened. I've been away twice. I've been to Verbier. I don't know if that's how you say it. Verbier. I went skiing, but I didn't actually ski. I literally went skiing without even hitting the slopes. My foot did not even attach itself to a ski. I didn't even see the slopes, babes. The only time I saw a stair lift was when I went down to go to the train station to go to the airport with my suitcase in it. So it was really fun. I did more of the après than the skiing, but I loved it, and it was full of loads of like hot rich people, which was amazing. And I feel like I was in a bit of a slump before I left for this trip. I'd been feeling a bit like depressy, stressy. I just wasn't like feeling myself. I wasn't in the vibes, and I couldn't seem to find a single human being to date to save my life. I swear to God, I don't know what's happened. Like, I don't know whether like something in the air has changed. Like since I was single before my ex, which was like beginning of last year, so 2023, I was single. So like then, I swear to God, it wasn't that difficult to find someone. Like now, like I could easily get dates in. Now, I don't know what's happened. It was just like something had changed in the air from September to now where I just couldn't seem to find anyone. Anyway, so my friends were like, fuck it, let's go to skiing. Let's just go and have fun, go and get drunk. I decided to go. Thought it would be really I thought it would just be a new place, new experience. Never done skiing, like après skiing before. This is another thing. Skiing equipment and skiing gear is so fucking expensive. What the actual fuck? I spent £350 on a pair of ski pads, which you guessed it, I didn't even use. So thank God I didn't, because I was going to buy the goggles and the whole shebang, and then I thought, fuck that, because I was actually going to get like the full like ski suit that's really cute with like a little hood, but that was like £600, and I was like, well, I can't ski, so I'm not wasting my money on a fucking £600 ski outfit. But yeah, it was really fun. But I kind of went out there with the intention of like, mama, you need to get back on the horse. You need to like meet someone. You need to fuck, basically. Like you need to like get that pussy out there. So went out the first night. Actually, no. So the first day we got there, we were like exhausted. So we just stayed in. The next day, we ended up going to this like après ski bar in Verbier called Le Rouge. If anyone's been there, vibes. It wasn't exactly how I expected. Like I kind of thought I was going après ski in the sense of like folie do, but I get there and it was like much smaller, much more like intimate than I thought it was going to be. But still, it was fun. So we go there, we're getting drunk, having fun, and then my friend who I came with, Nikki, shout out, love you. She had a couple friends that were there already that had like places there that came to meet us. One of them fit. One of them I was like fit. And I feel like at first, like I wasn't really, me and him weren't really vibing. Like I immediately saw him and was like, right, want to get with him. But I just feel like we weren't really like talking and stuff. So I kind of was like trying to like, you know, be like, oh, should we go get a drink? Should we like, and then we ended up going to another bar afterwards, and everyone else like had things to do. So me, him and his friend ended up walking to this other bar together, and I was like, perfect, I'm in. And then my friend shows up and I was like, fuck, she's cock blocking me. But we ended up getting really drunk there, standing on the bars. Like this is a thing at these like après ski places. Everyone just like stands on the table, stands on the chairs, stands on like the bar. So I'm standing on the bar with like two of my other hot girlfriends. We're like dancing, vibing. And I see the guy like underneath me. And so my like thing is, I'm like, right, like what can I do that's like sexy right now? Obviously, this was probably maybe like too slutty/sexy, but I had a drink in my hand. So I sipped up my drink and I bent down and I spat it into his mouth. Fully his saliva, he tasted my saliva before we even made out. Like and apparently he loved it. So this was great. Then it got really fucking hot in there because it was like an enclosed, like tiny little bar, and I was like, I'm sweating out. So there was mosh pits happening. It was insane. So we decided to go outside, and me and him are standing outside. We're like flirting and shit. I'm like, do you like want to spit in your mouth? Sorry, mum and dad, if you're listening to this. Then he's like, well, my place is like around the corner. I was like, right, should we go back and like leave everyone here? And then, so his friend and my friend ended up coming. We went back to his place. Love that, by the way, rich vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like when you have your own place in like Verbier, like, you know, he's got money. So we go back to his, we're like, you know, drinking, whatever. And then we just start making out and it was amazing. And spent the night together. But he's really sweet and we're actually still seeing each other because he has a place in London, which is very cute. It's exactly what I needed. I really felt like I was at the game. Like it just wasn't happening for me. And then I met this like sweet, lovely human being who is fit as fuck, is rich, love. Didn't even whisper that when I said I'm like, is rich. And yeah, we've been seeing each other. He's really sweet. I'm not going to name names because I just feel like I want to keep my like private life a bit more private than I did in the past, because it always seems to go tits up if the moment that I release these men to like social media, it's like the universe is just like, well done, you fucked that one up, we're just going to take him away from you and everyone's going to think she looks fucking stupid now. But yeah, no, it's going really, really well. We've been on a couple dates, we've just been hanging out. He's a bit younger than me, which I don't normally go for. Like I've always been such a like, oh, he has to be older than me kind of person, but he's 23, which is like, yeah, it's giving cougar rare. And yeah, it's just going really well. So we love that for me. She's found a man. This is the thing, I don't want to jinx it. And I feel like I'm even talking about it, I feel like he's going to listen to this and think, what fucking psycho. She's literally planning our wedding. We've been on 3 dates. But yeah, my second trip I went to was Dubai. Well, it was actually Saudi Arabia, but we stopped off in Dubai. And when I tell you, this was the longest, most jarring journey of my life. Friendships almost ended on this journey. I'm not even fucking kidding you. 24 hours of travel. Right, so we basically went with this PR company called Niche Arabia and MDL Beast, which is a music festival in Saudi Arabia. And Kind Music were playing. My friend brought it up to me. She was like, I could probably get you invited. Do you want to come? And I was like, fuck yeah. Never been to Saudi before. So I thought, why the hell not? Probably won't ever go again. So a good opportunity to go when it's all paid for. So we flew out, 4 of us flew out together. But it was mainly like me and my friend Hammy together. And when I tell you we argued, we got on each other's nerves from the moment we landed in Dubai. And I think it was just because like, so basically the trip was that we'd go to Dubai. We had an 8-hour layover in Dubai. And then we had another 2.5-hour flight after that. So like, if you include all the travel time, like you have to be there 2 hours before. And like, do you know what I mean? It was a fucking long trip. And I just don't think I'm meant to live a life that's uncomfortable. Like in the words of Parker Posey, like I don't feel like I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life. And this was uncomfortable for me. Like it was just, I barely got any sleep on the flight there because Dubai, like it's 7 or 6 hours. And so you kind of spend like an hour taking off, an hour landing. So it was like 5 hours, like it's 4 hours sleep is like not going to be enough for me. And I ended up watching the Robbie Williams film, and this film about this monkey took 3 hours to watch. So by the time I'd finished watching that film, I had like 2 hours left. So I got like 2 hours sleep and I was fucking exhausted when we landed in Dubai. My friend's like, let's like not stay in the airport. Let's like go to Atlantis. So we end up fucking trekking it to Atlantis, the Palm, like by the beach in Dubai. Like I was literally like half asleep. I was so groggy. I was so tired. Like the thing is for me is I don't handle being tired very well. Like I I am really shit in the mornings. I hate being tired. Like I'd rather like sleep all day than be tired. Like I know there's some people that are like, oh, like I'm hungover a bit today, but like I'll just get out of bed and like go for a walk. Like not me, bitch. Like I want to stay in bed forever. I want to rot. The most I want to be walking is to my door to collect the Deliveroo and going to the bathroom if needed. Like it's really not for me. And I think my friend could tell I was getting really aggy with her. And so we had like a mini argument at the Atlantis after a big buffet breakfast. And then we got to the airport again for our second flight. And when we landed in Saudi Arabia, my friend's bag didn't come. Fucking shock. I fucking knew it. Like, do you know what's funny is I always know these things are going to happen. It's always when like, it's just like, we've been traveling for so long. Everything was just like, things were going wrong left, right and center. We were arguing. It was just like the journeys were taking ages. Like the like security queues were taking ages. I just knew this was just going to happen. And she had a mental breakdown and she was like crying, obviously being like, well, there's no point. I'm going to leave now. And I literally just went, because I was so exhausted. Like I was being such a bitch. I just went, leave then. I was like, fine, leave. And she was like, she started crying and I just stood there and I was like, I don't care. Like, this has been the journey from hell. Oh, yeah. So right when she lost her luggage, the machine that basically you have to like scan your luggage and put it through a machine in order to like leave the airport. When I tell you that machine broke down as she lost her luggage and I was like, God fucking forbid we get to the hotel. Like, God forbid this trip begins. Because we only had like 2 or 3 days there as well. So I was like, I just want to get there. So yeah, and then we got in the car, had a massive argument in the car. She was screaming at me going, I don't want to be your friend anymore. This is over. I can't. No, like I just couldn't even be bothered. I was going, okay, all right. Like that's the thing with me. Like if especially with someone I love, like I won't argue like badly. I'll just be like, okay, all right. And she just kept hurling insults at me and I was going, all right. She was like, no, I'm not seeing you when we get back to London. Like, this isn't happening. Oh, to make it worse, the woman who had organised the trip, like the PR woman, she was sat next to me in the car listening to this whole argument. She probably thought these girls have fucking issues. Because as well, that night we go to dinner, we're fine. So she saw us literally like swear our friendship off and be like, I never want to speak to you again. To literally sat at dinner being like, babe, do you want a drink? Actually, another thing, can't drink in Saudi Arabia. So we didn't have any fucking alcohol, which was amazing. Especially when you get off like that long of a flight and all you want is just to sit down by the pool, by the beach with a little ciggy and a little fucking drink, a little pina colada. Sat there literally having to drink Sprite, Fanta, everything. It was a good detox, but it was just a bit like could have done with some alcohol. Anyway, so we had a little boogie that night and then had dinner and everything. The next night was kind music night. And oh my God, how funny is this? So we're like chilling by the pool in the day because there was like a pool party. And we're all chilling there. Like everyone's kind of like vibing and having fun. And I spot Rio Ferdinand. I'm like, hey, spotted. And I'm like kind of like, we're like kind of like everyone's vibing together and we kind of end up like talking to his friend. His friend's like, do you want to like have a drink? And like, blah, blah. So we're like standing with them, chilling, whatever. And somebody comes up to me and goes, hey, like Rio wants to talk to you. And I'm like, me? Like, hey. So I go over there and I'm like, hi, like, so nice to meet you. Like, big fan. And he goes, oh my God, I just have to let you know. And how big is this, guys? This is big for us. He goes, by the way, my wife is a massive fan of the podcast. I just had to let you know. And I was like, ah! So Rio and Kate, if you're listening, fucking love you both. And thank you for coming up to me and making my day, Rio. Because honestly, whenever I run into anyone and they say how much they love the podcast, it makes my life. It makes my day. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel like me yapping to a camera for hours on end each week isn't completely wasted. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And he sent a little video to her and that was really sweet. I was just like very gassed about that. I ended up going to Kind Music and we had to stay there until 7 a.m. I was absolutely dying. The sun came up while we were there. I was literally, my eyes were like dying. And then do you know what's crazy as well? Right, imagine in a country where like they don't drink. They had this till 7 a.m., right? It started at like 12 or something. Went on till 7 a.m., right? 7 till 12 was the after party. The after party was on until midday. Like, I'm so sorry, but like, I'm gonna have to retire my boots. Like, my cowboy boots went straight in back into the suitcase after 7 a.m. I was like, I am not doing this. Like, I can't physically bring myself. And everyone was messaging me being like, come to the after party. I'm like, I don't know how everyone has this energy. Like, I need about 12 coffees injected into my system. Like, but yeah, but it was really, really fun. We had a really good time. And I would recommend going to anyone because the people actually were so nice. The Saudi people were actually such nice people and so friendly and welcoming. And just like, they love us. They just love, you know, new people and people coming to their country. Oh yeah, how fucking weird is this? My mum got asked to walk for Rick Owens. And this actually happened like a month ago and I forgot to say anything. But mummy is lit. Like, because obviously I had mama on the podcast. She got asked to walk for Rick Owens and she was like, I can't walk. Like, I can't do a fashion show. I'll be so nervous. And she turned it down. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? We could have been rich. I was like, you could have been Rick Owens' new muse. Like, this would have been iconic. Like, they fully asked her. But yeah, if no one knows, my mum does do a bit of modelling, so I don't even think we touched on that. And I'm so proud of her. She's been in Vogue Italy. She did Moschino. She's done some really amazing stuff. And I'm just like, I'm loving this new lease of life for her because, you know, life doesn't end when you're 60. Do you know what I mean? Like, keep going, keep doing that shit, you can have a whole, I think, even when I quit modelling when I was younger, I thought, like, what am I going to do now? Like, that was my career. But like, you can have so many different careers in your life and you can have so many different like passion projects as well. Never know, maybe when I'm 60, I'll get asked to do Rick Owens. So guys, now we're at the point of the podcast where we get to the bedtime stories, which I love. Because I love hearing all of your lives that are worse than mine, to be honest with you. It just really makes me feel better about myself. Last week, me and my friends were chatting at the pub and we started talking about filler and getting work done, etc. Wouldn't know anything about that, obviously. One of the girls randomly comes out with, oh, wow, you'd obviously get a nose job if you got anything. That's funny. That's funny. It was so uncalled for and really hurt my feelings, but she backpedaled and I decided to let it go in the moment to not ruin the vibe. I'm thinking about it now and I'm still properly pissed off. How do I approach her about this and let her know that her comment affected me? Sammy, 24. Honestly, I'm really sorry I laughed at that, but I've done the same thing to my friend. My friend got a nose job and she'd wanted one anyway, but she was like, babe, I think I'm going to get a nose job. And I was like, good, like, you need one. Like, I'm just going to be real. Like, and she was one of my closest friends at the time. So I was like, I feel like we can be honest with each other. But I guess if it's not like a close friend of yours, and I guess if it was in front of a group of people, it feels a bit like embarrassing because it's in front of people and it feels a bit of an attack as well. But I reckon just pull her aside on it and just be like, look, like, obviously you're very honest. Great. I appreciate that. But like, the way you said that in front of people really hurt my feelings. And I appreciate if next time you just say that to me, like, to the side, or just go, babe, you don't need, just sit there and lie. Some people need to learn to lie a bit more often. Do you know what I mean? Just like, I'm not one of those people. I just have to be honest. But some people, like, you can keep things to yourself. You don't have to be like mean outright. I would say I'm only ever like completely honest with people if, like, one, they deserve it, like they've been rude anyway. So then I'll hit them back with something like really underlying and rude. Like, I would have just hit her back with something like that. You should have just out-ruded her. Like, I just find it funnier to do that to people. Like, if people insult me, I never really get insulted because, like, I know that it's not true. Like, I live in a state of consistent delusion where I think I'm the prettiest girl on the planet. Like, I look in the mirror and I think, I can't believe I'm like not married. Like, I can't believe, like, even like, I'll watch movies with like really fit actors in and go, I could get him. Like, just give me the chance. Like, if I saw him, he would be like, oh my God, she's gorgeous and stunning and pretty and lovely. I don't know where this state of delusion comes from, but like, I just consistently live in it. So when I get insults and like people make little digs at me like that, I just don't care. I'm like, but like, if someone's like, oh, you look like fat in that, I'm like, but I don't. Yeah, I thought you ate with that one, huh? But yeah, just take her to the side, like text her maybe as well, and just be like if you don't see her one-on-one, just text her and say like, hey, really didn't appreciate that comment. Give her a call maybe. So I didn't appreciate that comment. Like, it hurt my feelings. Because like, maybe you're a bit more of a sensitive soul than me. I'm a bit more of a tough bitch. I've been insulted since the day I started modelling. So yeah, made it thicker stuff. But yeah, just call her out. Say, look, that hurt my feelings. Don't do it again, bitch. Or I will fucking annihilate you in front of everyone like you did to me. God, I'm such a cunt. Next one. So I was texting my best friend a full play-by-play of my situationship, calling him a walking red flag and saying I'd only see him again if I got desperately bored. I was being brutal. Guess what? Sent the whole thing directly to him. His reply, see you Friday then. It's the kiss as well. So like you guys can't see it, but it says, see you Friday then kiss. What do I do? Surely I can't ever see him again. Louisa, 23. I'm dead. Honestly, like, fair play to him. Like, that's funny as fuck that he just was like, but he probably is. I mean, I think responding something like that after that, like still wanting, the fact he still wants to go on the date after you called him a walking red flag is a bit of a red flag move. Honestly, like, he's kind of just proved your point. Fuck, yeah, that's brutal, I can't lie. But I mean, he still sounds up for it. So, I mean, do you know what? I think you should go for the plot. I think you should go just for like, this could be a chapter. This could be funny. Like, and I mean, I would say like, you could say, oh, I wasn't actually talking about you. That's a sticky one. But yeah, I think do it for the plot. Help, I was hooking up with this guy and mid-action, his dog jumped on the bed and started licking my foot. I thought he was going to say licking something else and I thought, fuck. He said, don't mind him, he gets excited too. Cut the cameras. Em asked if this is illegal if she never speaks to him again. No, it's actually very much illegal if you do speak to him again. Jail time if you do, because that is fucking horrendous. That is fucking... That's fucking rank. Absolutely not. Get some fucking self-respect, honestly. Some people, like, honestly, I think some people, like, men sometimes need to, like, start in jail. I honestly think men should start in jail and work their way out based on the things that they say and the actions that they do. Because it's actually, like, you can't go around, like, saying things like that. You can't say things like that out loud. And the last one of the week, we've got Beth, 29, says, last week I had my long distance partner staying with me for the whole weekend. We were super excited because we hadn't seen each other in about a month. So as you can imagine, things got intense. Woke up the next morning to banging and hammering. And when I opened my eyes, there's a construction guy standing in the window staring at us. Turns out I forgot my landlord was getting my bedroom windows replaced that morning. And the guys got a very intimate view of me and my boyfriend that morning. Honestly, should I move out? I don't even think that's that bad. I'm like, and they got a show. They got free content for later. Start on OnlyFans. You can make money from that. Ask them if it was good enough for OnlyFans or Pornhub. Make some money from it. All right, guys. That is the end of the episode for the week. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for next week's episode. We have a very, very exciting guest coming on soon. If you could go on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and just give us a 5-star review, that would help us out so much so we can keep yapping to you. Thank you so much. I love you.